Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So yesterday I was scrolling on Instagram, as one does, and I came across like 67 million AI videos, and that actually gave me an idea. Could me, a self-taught, low-key amateur artist, beat a high computer robot thingamajig? Beating an AI at art seems fairly easy when you think about it, especially when you look at this monstrosity, but I'm kind of scared I'm gonna lose and ruin my reputation and then have to move to a different country and change my name and dye my hair and it'll all go down in flames. Let's hope I don't lose for my sake at least. So the way this will work is there'll be 3 rounds, and each round I'll find a reference photo of some sort of pose, and I will take that and create an original drawing of mine in an hour. Yes, one measly tiny hour. And then I will take that same reference photo and insert it into AI and basically tell it to create a masterpiece. One last thing before we get into the drawing is the 3 criteria that we'll be judging the drawings off of. Number 1 is realism. Now listen, I'm not one to do crazy realistic drawings. I've dabbled here and there, but I try to keep the proportions right and not give my drawings 4 legs like AI sometimes does. So that'll be the first criteria. The second criteria will be, actually I forgot to mention this, but I will be basing every single one of the drawings off of some sort of movie or book character. So this requirement is just how similar it is to the original character, whether the colors are right, the outfit, etc. The third and final criteria is emotion, how the drawing makes you feel and what you truly believe the drawing is feeling itself. What emotion the colors are portraying and what the drawing itself is showing. While AI may be able to create some extravagant and maybe accurate drawings, can it truly convey emotion the way a hand-drawn beautiful piece of art can? So the first reference photo I found is this, and I chose this to start off because I thought it would be a decent beginning photo because it seems fairly simple, and I'm not sure if AI could even mess this up. Then again, how did AI mess this up? Each round I'll try to find poses that increase in difficulty so that maybe I can beat AI for once. But anyways, let's get the 1 hour, my goodness, I just said like 50 times. Let's get the 1 hour timer started. So I have the reference photo here, and as you can see, I'm just simply doing the line art. Then I decided to move his arm upwards so I could have him holding an umbrella. And I actually initially wanted his design to be Hero from Big Hero 6, but then I actually changed it to Ted Mosby from an older sitcom. That's one of my favorites, How I Met Your Mother. If you have seen it, let me know by commenting down below. And in the show, he has an iconic yellow umbrella, which is what gave me the idea to do him in the first place. He also has iconic red cowboy boots that everyone tells him look horrible on him, but he believes look great on him, so I had to include those, obviously. And I finally started coloring it, so you've got the red and the bright yellow, which I thought were kind of a fun contrast together. And at this point, we are about halfway there. We've got 27 or so minutes left, which is fine, but I also take forever to shade my drawings. And due to this fact, I obviously didn't have enough time to do a background. If I did, I probably would have done some sort of rainy Brooklyn street or something like that. And I finished right on time. I nearly ran out, but here's the finished result. And I think it actually came out really good. At least I thought it came out good until AI came and destroyed me. So I asked AI to create a drawing based off of the reference photo that we used, and this is what it came up with. Though I'm starting to realize that this is going to be way harder than I expected. Let's see what the judges think of our drawings. Also, I'm not sure who this was supposed to be, but if you do know, let me know because I have honestly no clue. So I asked 3 of my friends to be the judge for this competition. I didn't tell them that one of them was AI, I just asked them which one they liked better and why, and I gave them the 3 criteria, and this is what each judge said about the drawings. Judge number 1 said drawing number 1 was more joyful and happy, and the guy just looked like a really nice guy. She also said that drawing number 2 had better shading and the face looked better. She also did not know who the person was supposed to be. So I got the first vote, which is honestly such a relief because I wouldn't be surprised if AI beat me for the rest of the rounds. But anyways, judge number 2 said that drawing number 2 looked more casual and that his clothes looked more detailed, and he especially liked the folds. However, he did say he liked the use of the umbrella a little bit more than the bag. Ultimately, drawing number 2 was his favorite, so now it's a tie. Now it all comes down to judge number 3. Now, judge number 3 was kind of on the fence when I first showed her the drawings. She also liked how joyful the first drawing felt and how it felt really relatable in a way, but she also did like the realism on drawing number 2. Once again, seems to be a recurring theme. One thing she did notice is that the drawing was a lot grainier and had more texture. She also did like the hair on drawing number 2 better because it had more shine and detail, which I ran out of time to do, sadly. In the end, drawing number 2 was chosen by judge number 3, which gave drawing number 2 2 votes and drawing number 1 1 vote, funny enough, and that means AI won the first round. So this is the reference photo I found for round 2. I thought this one was a little more difficult because it focused on the face and the fingers, and I know AI can mess up fingers quite a lot. So this drawing literally took so long because I kept messing up the layers. I swear I nearly chucked something across my room. It made me so mad. But I finally got it and it came out really good. I'm doing Miles Morales from Across the Spider-Verse. At this point, I only had like 20 minutes left, so I was kind of rushing. The shading wasn't great, but I did get a chance to kind of do a backdrop, which made the whole thing look a lot better. Well, it came out pretty good for messing up like 50 times. So let's see how AI did. Well, I might win this one, because that is low-key terrifying, and the knee literally goes through an arm. And it's also kind of funny that we both did Spider-Verse things. I didn't even ask it to do that, which is kind of wild. But anyways, it also did have time to do the background, which came out good. I don't know what the mushroom is, but other than that, I think I might have a chance. Possibly. Maybe. So, judge number 1 initially really liked drawing number 1. She liked the light coming from the phone, and she also loves the movie. She was kind of catching on that drawing number 2 was AI at that point because, I mean, look at it. So that's 1 vote for drawing number 1. Judge number 2 didn't really honestly give any explanation. He said he liked drawing number 2, and big hands were a minus for him. That was pretty much it. Now it all comes down to judge number 3, because if I lose this, then I lose the whole thing, right? But thankfully, judge number 3 is a fellow artist, and she really liked drawing number 1 because she felt the emotion behind the darkness and the light coming out from the phone. She also didn't like his teeth. And hear me out, I only had an hour, so ignore his weird, funky-looking teeth. I didn't get to finish drawing them. So luckily, I won round 2, and now it all comes down to the finale. And for the finale, I chose a bit of a harder one, and I'm gonna give myself 2 hours this time, too. Round 3. Ooh, what voice was that? Round 3. That's more normal. Anyways, so for round 3, this was the reference photo I chose. Again, it's a little more difficult because there's 2 people, so I gave myself 2 hours rather than a measly 1 hour. And hopefully this time I can give it normal looking teeth. This drawing genuinely made me want to quit. Firstly, I messed up on the color layering. I put the line art on the color layer once again. And then I also messed up on the graphics, so I had to change canvases, keeping the line art and going back and forth, and it was just a complete mess. So the drawing that normally would have taken me an hour and a half, give or take, took me 2 whole hours every single minute. In fact, I ran out of time, and Rumi, which is the girl I'm drawing on the left, came out looking like an off-brand, not special collector's edition of her. But if AI can mess up, then maybe I'll have a chance at winning with my off-brand Rumi. So I'm just finishing Jinx's face here. I really like how it came out. Doesn't exactly look like her, but I do enjoy drawing in the style of Arcane. It's very geometrical, and it's fairly easy to draw when you have a good reference photo. I also really struggled with Rumi's face for some reason, and it came out looking good in the end, but in the process, it started looking like this monstrosity.
Bombastic side eye.
Yeah, that's horrible. We don't talk about that ever. Anyways, this is how it came out, and it actually came out pretty decent, and I think I have a chance of beating a robot for once. And drum roll for what AI did. Wait, why is that actually kind of good? AI chose Pirates of the Caribbean, which I actually really like that choice because it's a great movie. But the detailing on Jack's coat is actually kind of fire. And his hand, though, he's got a 6 finger, and so does Elizabeth. So maybe that'll be a takeaway. I don't know, that one's kind of fire. I might be done more. So let's see what the judges said. Also, guys, please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy my content so far. But without further ado, let's see who won. So, judge number 1 really liked Jack Sparrow's clothing on drawing number 2. She also liked how their whole bodies were oriented more forward rather than completely sideways. However, she really did like the faces on drawing number 1. And even though I ran out of time on their hands and it looks terrible to me, apparently she really liked the hands, especially after she saw 6-fingered Jack and Elizabeth. However, in the end, and this may have been due to bias because she started to realize that drawing number 2 was AI, she chose drawing number 1 as her favorite. Now, judge number 2 hasn't seen any of these shows, K-pop Demon Hunters, Arcane, or Pirates of the Caribbean, so he had no clue who any of these characters were, which didn't give him a personal bias. And he did say that the 6 fingers on Jack was funny. He also asked why the girls on drawing number 1 had such long braids. In the end, he chose drawing number 2 for some reason because he thought it was funny. Also, not sure if he ever figured out it was AI. Lastly, judge number 3. She realized from the very beginning that these drawings were AI, so clearly she didn't like the 6 fingers on Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth. She does also like Jinx a lot, so she really liked how I drew her face, even though it looked a little different, but she said it looked like my style. And she also liked how I drew Rumi as well. She also thought Jinx's face really conveyed her sad, emotional backstory, which kind of was unintentional, but in the end, the final and last vote that decides the entire tournament went to me. Surprisingly, I beat that pretty decent drawing of Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth. So, to conclude, maybe, just maybe, robots won't take over the world after all. At least not right now. Not while they still can't figure out how many fingers humans have.